without patching it, but I'm going to patch it because usually once that splits you haven't got this cotton underneath there and like a second skin or something, and usually all the deer skin comes spilling out, or your stuffing comes out. Now often with this sort of patch you can see it's just split around here, and often what happens is you patch it and then a month later or 2 months later somewhere else starts to split. Well, it stands to reason if it's old and bad here and it's from sweat and damaged, it's probably not far off from splitting around here. Now this one looks not so bad, so I'm only going to patch this area anyway. What I often do, this is an old one of mine, this one was in pretty bad condition, I patched it once and it just proceeded to split everywhere else, so I just patched all the way across. You can see that. It's in pretty good nick. That's after, I don't know how many years ago I did this. My the thumb's a bit damaged now, but that was years ago I did this patch. And it looks fairly neat. And there's absolutely no damage, no stuffing coming out anywhere, so that's another option. Plus it makes your kote look nice and blue. Not quite new, but it certainly does revitalise your kote a little bit. You can see I've patched over patches. Now that's the beauty about knowing how to patch. It certainly makes the kote last a bit longer than perhaps, you know, I guess many people would be tempted to throw them away and buy new ones, which dare say I would have done. But there's me patch. There's me bit of leather that I'm going to use. I'm not quite sure what to do. These ones I just play it by ear, case by case. I didn't really get taught a lot how to do these, so I just play them by ear. And the tricky part is getting them into the seam there and making it nice, like you can see here. Well, sometimes you can still see the thread if you can't pull it in tight enough. But you don't want to pull too tight either, else you can pull through the leather or pull through the back of the kote or something. So you got to be careful how much pressure you use. I think today I might do it a bit like the trim, and I might start from here, tuck the patch in and sew it, and then fold it over so I get a nice folded join in there like that, possibly a bit stronger. So this is the thread I use. This is my thicker one. I'm not sure the thickness, there's some numbers on the bottom, I don't know if that means anything to anybody size wise, but it's polyester and it's fairly thick. I estimate it to be around, you can't really see that, maybe 1/2 mil thick. Okay, so I'm ready to start. I've never done it this way before, this is something new for me, but I'm using my triangular needle. With these triangular needles, they're quite sharp when you get them, so what I do is I use a bit of sandpaper on the sharp edges and sort of round them off a little bit. You don't want to cut the leather too sharply, or else the leather later can tend to rip. So I just take the edge off them a bit so they don't cut. They cut very easily and then they leave the edges. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from here, work my way across with the thick needle. I might change needles some way through, but what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the needle through the leather. And now this is the joint that we're repairing, but I'm going to sew into this joint as well. So I put the leather over here, and this is very similar to the way we do the trim when we're doing the repalm, the trim on the repalm. So once again I'm using my little finger jobby to push the needle through the joint, using the rubber condom finger dom to pull. Like that. and then from the other side, push. Oh, I haven't done one of these for a long time. Go through the joint. Here you can go straight through the patch is fine. Oops. Watch the thread doesn't get caught on the thumb. It's a bit hard to do when I'm trying to show the camera. My hand movements are a little bit different from normal, so I keep getting the thread caught. And then just move along to the next spot. I'm spacing these stitches about, on this side I'm trying to space them about 5 to 6 mil apart, and then when you come through from the other side you come through close. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but from this stitch and then the next stitch coming through, it's about 5 mil, that's about 7 mil to tell you the truth. A couple of mil doesn't matter. And then straight through the other side, as close as you can to the joint. Through the joint is best because it's easier. And pull, give it a good bit of tension there, pull, and then straight back through again. Here you want to go where the thread has, where are we? Ah, here we are. Where the thread has come through, you want to go fairly close. So push through, back out the other side, which comes out fairly close to that last stitch. Oh, it's my other cat. Get out and pull. And then once again, don't know if you can see this, but I put it down and push. Well, that one went through easier. Means I got it straight through the joint. Pull, give it a bit of tension, put it out through the other side. Back through the other side. Through the patch. Bit of tension. Now you can see there I've where is it? Can you see that? Where's the, yeah, you can see there the needle, I've come quite a way away from the joint. So you've got to learn how to angle your needles. That's probably not the best. I'm going to leave it that way. I'm not going to bother taking it out, but it just means there'll be a bit of thread here on the inside, which you don't really want because you could get your fingernails caught on it. But never mind, it's my kote. So you really want to go as close, well, get it through the joint if you can, or close enough to it. Yeah, so that one went through easy. So you can see that I've pretty well come out right into the joint area, or just next to it. But that's not going to be a problem with any fingernails.